Hi guys, it's Fabulita. I hope you're doing well. So today I want to start talking a little bit about the medication that I'm taking. In the second video about my dreams, I did tell you guys a little bit about my medication, just that it makes me dream a lot more than I normally dream. So I just wanted to go into that a little bit. Why today? Because today is a little bit of a worse day than normally. I think it's probably because of the heat as well. It's nearly 40 degrees. So I think today was a good day because, I experienced it all to the fullest. As you can see, I look a little bit maybe tired because I feel very tired. So what is the medication I'm taking? It's 2 types of medications that I'm taking, one in the morning and one in the evening. They're both antidepressants. As I describe it myself, is in the evening I take a downer and in the morning I take an upper. The reason for the evening pill being is that I don't sleep. I can't sleep myself because, there's a lot on my mind, a lot of things going on, so I just can't get to sleep. And the reason for the one in the morning being is to get my mood up a little bit because of the things that I'm going through. I'm just a little bit low mood, and obviously to get things done and to be able to improve yourself or to improve your mood or to improve your mindset or well-being, you need to have a little bit of energy and you need to have a little bit of, willingness as well. And at this moment I can't really produce that willingness or that motivation myself, and therefore I got some medication to help me with that. Obviously medication depends on the person if it works. It also depends on the situation why you would take it. I myself think it's really important to, aside from medication, also seek help from professionals. So I'm in touch with a psychiatrist. I'm also going to a psychologist soon, so that I don't have to do it on my own, basically. So another reason for the evening medication is because when I am going through things, or when my mood is lower, when I'm more stressed, I can't eat. Eating is a big problem for me when I'm going through some periods of time that I need some extra help. You can sort of call it an eating disorder. It's not, eating disorders come in obviously different types and different shapes and different forms. The reason for that being is because every person is different in that sense. My eating disorder is that when I'm very stressed, I just can't eat. I literally can't get anything through, and whatever I do get through gets burned away very quickly, because obviously stress also burns calories and also burns obviously all your reservoirs or your spare things that you have. So when I'm going through some things, I lose a lot of weight, and that is something that I don't want, because I do like to be just a healthy weight, obviously, and also because when I lose weight, then physically it's gonna get worse with me. So then when I'm not doing great mentally and physically, it's like a vicious circle that I end up in. So it just doesn't stop, basically. So when I'm going through those things, I need to really keep in mind that I need to eat, because I am used to not eating, or like I've explained in a video where I was getting ready, self-care is not my number one for me. So that is something that I could forget completely if I don't focus on it. So that's something that I have to put the energy in to actually make sure that I do care for myself and get better in that sense. So I've been taking this medication for less than a month, I think. I wouldn't remember exactly, but usually antidepressants take at least 4 weeks to start working. So I am sure that it is less than that at the moment. What I do notice is that obviously, like I said, I do sleep, but dreaming is not really helpful, because I dream a lot of I have a lot of nightmares. I dream a lot of weird things, which then results in me waking up with a different mood, or waking up just not rested, because obviously if you go through something completely else in your dreams, then you don't really rest in that sense. I do sleep, and with the medication I can sleep 12 hours, which is crazy as well. So obviously I'm trying to get my routine a little bit back in place, but it's very difficult at the moment because I just feel so tired all the time. Mood-wise, because it's difficult for me to know if my mood is better because something good is happening or because the medication, I can't really tell yet if my mood has been improved. I do feel that my lows are getting less, basically, as in less days, But also then again, I don't know if that's because of the medication yet or because something better is happening right now. Obviously, I am expecting a special guest this week. I'm gonna travel to pick them up. So that is something that is really positive for me because this is someone that I hold very, very, very dearly. It's my favorite person in the whole wide world. And obviously just picking him up and everything like that is just in itself something that boosts my mood and that makes me excited. Makes me also very stressed because I think about everything that could go wrong and I just hope nothing goes wrong. But sadly enough, sometimes, things don't work out the way we want them to. But that is something that really helps me with my mood. And because it's so dependent on what is going on in my life, it's hard to say if it's a medication or just that. And I will know more once, things start slowing down a little bit and when the excitement starts to pass or when that person leaves again. That is the moment that I will know if it helps, because those are the moments that I need it. Those are the moments that I need to boost, I need to pick me up, as I can say, just to get me going. Because I am not someone that wants to just break down and, it's all coming over me and I'm the victim or something like that. No, I want to be able to improve and to get better and to move on to the next point that I want to get to, and for that I just need something right now that helps me get going, because sometimes we just need to accept that we need some help and it's okay. For me, that's a very difficult thing to do. When I went to the doctor the first time here in this country, I kind of feel like I failed. Obviously that's my own experience. It's not the case, I didn't fail. I actually do believe now that it's very proud. That's something I should be very proud of, that I actually made that step, that I acknowledge that there is something wrong and that I need help with fixing it or with resolving it, basically. So that's what I did. And I still sometimes feel like I'm failing. But what it is that obviously that is also something in my brain that is just trying to push me down. I know now that not every thought that I have is real, or not every thought that I have, in a sense, is should be considered as a realistic thought, because my brain somehow likes to just put myself down. I don't know why. It's just what it is. I need to get, I'm gonna get better in that. And the fact that I have been able to acknowledge it also really helps me, because that means that I know that not every thought that I have, not every negative thing that I think about myself or about my situation has to be true. Obviously the feeling is true, I really do feel like that, but just being able to acknowledge that I know that my thoughts just sometimes go in a dark place where not everything is necessarily true, that also helps, because then I can think, okay, so if I work on myself or if I just keep going, then I know that it will get better. And there's days that I don't think like that. There's days that I think, no, this is it, this is not going to get better. But I push through, because I think that's the most important thing that we all have to do, is just push through. Push through the heartache, push through the hard times. And if we can't do it alone, definitely just ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking help. I don't know why it feels like that, but there's nothing wrong with it. It is actually very strong to acknowledge that there's something wrong and that you need some assistance in whatever it is that you're going through. Because, this saying, like, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes just as much as a village to just enjoy life, or to just get through things, hard times. We don't need to do it alone, and just appreciating the help that we got, that is just always a good step forward. So the other medication that I take in the morning, I actually been on that before, not for a long time, but it actually helped me then, and I hope that it's the same now. Obviously that's what I call the upper, because it's supposed to boost my mood a little bit and just help me get through my downs a little bit better. And it did that in the previous time that I took it. The only thing that it didn't help with was the eating, so I hope that the evening pill helps with that. I must say it's still very difficult because, like I said, I don't think about eating, I don't think about food. When I get hungry, I can eat one nut and that is it, I'm full again, and I can go for the day, which is obviously very unhealthy. And obviously I lose a lot of weight because of it, and I don't want that, because I want to look healthy and I want to feel healthy as well. There's actually been a moment in my life where I weighed way under the minimum that I should be weighing. And as I said before, physically and mentally not feeling well, it all just pushes each other down basically. So I ended up in hospital for a little while as well, and they checked everything, my thyroids and everything, but everything is healthy. It's just mentally. And that's another thing that is so amazing to me. Even though it's a negative, the mind can literally influence us physically, mentally, with what we want to do, with what we can do. It can influence us so much, which is really amazing, because that means also that we can influence our mind. Even though it takes time and it takes a lot of hard work, we can build our mind to be stronger, and therefore physically eventually also, get better and just feel better in general. So that is what I'm working on now. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. Obviously, I don't know if anyone has any feelings or any mutual things that they are going through, but this is my own experience and it's not set in stone again. I hope you guys feel some comfort in the fact that I am, there's people out there that are going through the same thing. You're never alone in what you're going through. And this is just my story. And I share it because I feel like people could feel like they're not alone by hearing it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great rest of the week whenever you're watching this. And obviously, if you love this video, like it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe. And if you have any comments that you want to share with me, do so. Thank you. 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 Thank you, guys.